Hey, so I've been gone for a while. Been busy with things. Look, two great games came out near the same time. What do you want from me? Since then, I've chosen Expedition 33 is my game of the year, and I would like to discuss it. Now, I'm only going to be discussing one character in the game, as the game itself is very lengthy, and I don't really have enough time to do it justice. That character is Verso. Verso has been placed in one of my all-time favorite characters, right below Isaac Clarke from Dead Space. I don't know what it is about him, but as soon as he was on the screen, I was locked in. I was just looking at him and saying, alright, I want to get to know him more. So, let's get into it. The tragedy of Verso. Also, spoiler warning, I doubt any of you who are watching this haven't played the game or beat it, but if you haven't, go play it. Go play it right now. It's really great, even if you don't like turn-based. Go play it, you silly goose. What is a tragedy? Is it losing a loved one, witnessing a fall of a civilization, or realizing you were right in a situation and only needed a shower and an imaginative argument to take place? Expedition 33's story is about grief and tragedy. Almost all the characters have a fatal flaw, something that drives them to make the choices that they do and the consequences they suffer from it. The prime example of that is Verso. Never have I had a character do such evil, selfish things in a story, but I also never really hated him for those things. Typically, when I see this type of character, I usually don't like them. I kind of give them the nice motive, but still kind of a piece of shit, and you deserve what's coming to you. But with Verso, with all the crap he's done, I get it. In reality, I probably would have done the same thing. So another question I have for you is Verso really being selfish, or is it survival?
I'm tired.
The world of Expedition 33 is a hellish landscape. Monsters roam the world, killing people and trapping their bodies in the stone-like statue, haunting each expedition that comes, potentially thousands of people dying just trying to stop the Go Maj. Verso was in Expedition 0, the very first expedition, which was mostly a find and rescue mission. That's when Verso finds out that he and his family are just painted copies. His mother made them to manage her grief and run away from dealing with it, kind of like a drug. That the real versions of his oldest sister and father are here to destroy their world and everyone in it, including his painted family. So not only is he probably questioning every moment he's ever had in his life, the rest of Expedition 0, including his girlfriend, capture him to interrogate him, thinking he was working with his real family.
I miss you. I don't have the right to miss you, but I do. I wish I could talk to you. Tell you. Fuck. I don't know what I would tell you. Just ask that you forgive me. Julie. Forgive me. I'm not a traitor. I'm not. I'm trying to save us all. But you're right. I am a coward. I'm a fucking coward. You deserved to know why, but I couldn't. I couldn't face you properly. Not, and still do, what had to be done. Papa believes you're Clair's creation, and even if you're not, we can no longer trust you. But I think you just wanted answers. Why? Why couldn't you just let it go? Why did you convince them to abduct me, interrogate me? No. Fuck, I shouldn't say that. You thought I was a traitor. You were doing what you thought was right, just like we are.
He was forced to kill them and then bury them. You could say Verso has been through more than its fair share of shit.
But wait! Protège-moi!
He does eventually have a falling out with his painted family, no longer believing that this world is savable and just wants to end his own life. With a new purpose, he helps the new expedition try to stop the painters so it can finally end. Fail after fail, expedition after expedition, it hardens him even more. Then he meets Expedition 33, our expedition. What I love when he joins your group, he is a replacement for Gustav. We start with Gustav in the beginning of Act 1, and then when he dies at the end of Act 1, he gets replaced by Verso. We had a protagonist in the beginning, and then midway through the game, he gets replaced by Verso. Just like how this painted Verso is a replacement for the real one. He comes off as very untrustworthy. He's not saying anything that's like a complete red flag, but he's giving you very basic motivation. Not a lot of... He just says he's tired, and that's it. That he just wants to end his immortality. That being said, he does seem to care. While he is a great liar and manipulative as hell, when you take some time with the other people in the expedition, he generally seems to care. He takes time to get to know them and even make them smile. When he does finally betray us, getting his mother out of the painting, he doesn't take pride in what he did, or isn't happy that it's finally over. More somber at the final moment. More accepting and welcoming if it was a necessary moment. That a plan came together, but he doesn't want it to come together. He just thinks it's necessary to come together. With all the evil he does, all the selfish decisions he makes, could you honestly say you wouldn't have made the same decisions? That you wouldn't save your own mother? That you wanted to end it all after 100 years of death and the knowledge that he was only made to be a drug for his mother's grief? This family, the Sandra family, has dragged their problems into this world instead of dealing with their grief. The destruction of the painting falls on the remaining Desandra family.
Family is complicated.
The family is a representation of grief. Aline, the mother of the family, is denial. Clair, the older sister, anger. Alicia, the younger sister, bargaining. Renoir, acceptance. Let's start with Aline, the matriarch. Aline, with the wake of losing her son, she decides to enter his painting and make a painted Renoir, Alicia, Clair, and Verso. Determined to live her life in the painting instead of living in the real world. Abandoning her family, she chose to hide rather than actually heal from her pain. For what we see in her memories and dialogue with Alicia, she was very tough on her children. Not in an abusive way, of course, but a parent with big expectations, wanting her kids to follow her path of painting. I do believe she even had a bit of a strained relationship with Verso, since his passions were music and performance, not really following the family's gifts, especially since he only had one painting and it's the world we're living in right now. That would have added to her grief. She also blames Alicia for Verso's death, pretending in the painter world that the fire only hurt Alicia. She only got deformed by it while Verso was completely fine. Denying her pain, denying her family's pain, and denying Verso for moving on.
But the fire... Are you really here? Or is he? Oh, is he playing tricks again?
Clair is anger. We don't get very much when it comes to Clair. What we do get to see that she's very dismissive of her family's problems and is more focused on getting revenge on the writers who started the fire that killed Verso. She blames Alicia for Verso's death as well, but also chastises her mother from running away from her grief and pain. Clair obviously hates the painting. She's the reason why Nevrons are running around killing people so they can't be reborn into the painting. She also is trying to destroy just anything that's linking to Verso. She even forced her painted self to be a Nevron facility and drove her boyfriend insane. Clair hates the painting and hates what everything it represents. All Clair has is anger. Anger at her family, angry at the Verso's death, and angry at the world.
Don't be naive. The world doesn't stop simply because our family is in mourning. The conflict is spreading, and there are things I must do if we painters are to survive. You will do nothing. You're too weak to do anything useful. You'd be a liability. The writers used you against us once before. They won't hesitate to use you again. And I can't promise that I'll make the same choice Verso made. Verso traded his life for yours.
Alicia is bargaining. At Act 3, Alicia bargains with Verso and Renoir to keep the painting going, and promising that she won't become her mother. But we keep seeing evidence that it is likely that she'll just stay in the painting like her mother, and just keep on going and keep living in this fantasy world. Unlike her family though, she lived among the painted people, and since she lost her memories upon entering the painting, she also blames herself for the fire, believing it's her fault that Verso died. She gets more and more desperate to keep the painting and convinces her father not to destroy the canvas. But Verso knows she's lying. I think he even wanted to believe her, but realized that it was a lie. She was just lying to herself and lying to Verso. Alicia is bargaining. Bargaining for the painted world, bargaining to keep Verso, bargaining to live a lie.
I cannot lose you too!
Don't you see? That's how I feel about them. I can't lose them either. I've lost too much. Papa, see? I've lost so much.
We both lost so much.
Papa, I don't want to lose you either. I'm not leaving you forever. Just a little longer.
Renoir is acceptance, which sounds good, and it is, but the way he's doing it is the problem. He sees what his family's becoming, he sees what this painting is doing to his family. He sees that his family is falling apart and needs to deal with their grief in a healthy way. But instead of letting them come to that conclusion, he forces them to grieve just like him. We get to learn that he values control, and he has lost control of his family, so he's willing to do anything to take it back, which includes railroading his family's feelings. I know I spent half of the video explaining how this family sucks at handling their emotions, but even if you handle it in the wrong way, telling someone how to grieve and how to handle their emotions is kind of shitty. Like, yeah, right, Renoir, Eileen is killing herself, but you didn't need to go into the painting and start the apocalypse just to get her back. Yeah, Alicia is going down the same path as his mother, but ignoring every other option other than destroying the painting will just push her away more. Renoir has accepted that Verso is gone. Renoir has accepted that his family is falling apart. Renoir has accepted that his way is the only way to move on.
Trust her. If she's doing this, then...
I trust what she taught me. This is not a game. You think you know what's at stake, but you don't.
I know precisely what's at stake. You want control. You want to feel like you're doing something. You couldn't save Verso, so you want to save us. Except you're not. Destroying the canvas won't help us move on. It'll just deny us the one place that helped us feel again.
67 years. 67 years I spent trapped within the monolith. But I persisted. I persisted. Do you know why? Do you know why I cannot leave her or you behind? This is what I see every day. I cannot spend another day with living corpses. Since the fire, our family has crumbled. Aline in the canvas. Clair fighting a solitary war. You, a living ghost. Verso's death broke us. Want it to be fixed. I need it to be fixed.
Life keeps forcing cruel choices.
The way the endings are is what the player is most comfortable with. Would you rather live the harsh truth or a comfortable lie? Can the player live with killing everyone in the painting, but freeing Verso's soul and painted Verso's soul? Or letting everyone in the painting live, but torturing both of the Versos and slowly killing Alicia/Mael? While Verso is harsh, his ending is the harshest you can get. I do believe it's the better end. Yes, everyone dies. But in the other ending, it only continues the hell. It looks nice on paper until you realize that Mael is refusing to grow up in a sense. Because not only does she bring back Verso, but she also brings back Gustav, Sophie, even Ciel's husband, who wasn't even affected by the Gomage. He died in an accident. She is refusing to deal with death, to deal with the emotions that come with death. Who's to say when Gustav or Verso dies of old age that she just won't reset the clock and start over again? Or make them immortal and force everyone in the painting to go through the same hell that painted Verso went through? Hell, the rest of the family might try to force her out again and cause another fracture, forcing the people into another hellscape that's worse than before, and still end up with the painting being destroyed at the end. Verso wanted to believe that Mael would bring everyone back and not turn into her mother. But as you can see, that was a lie. Verso even gave her the option to come back. Instead, she chose to live her life in the painting, refusing the truth. Verso has lived long enough and has seen too much. Just like this world, nothing you will do to fix it. At least not with these characters. I think the realization when I agreed at Verso's at the last scene, talking to this child's soul. Imagine being a copy of someone who died, and that is all it is. You're just a reminder of that pain and just drug for people to escape their pain. You don't have your own autonomy. You're not your own person because you're that copy. You would probably hate that person. You would also resent them and your creation. But when you get to this part, and then you realize the person you hated went through the same pain as you, both are being tortured, both are being used for selfish reasons, and both are just tired and wanted to end.
Hi. You're tired of painting, aren't you? I'm tired too.
That's... You shouldn't be able to be here.
Lamont's gift.
Why did you run in? It's dangerous for you here.
See things as they are, not how you want them to be.
Verso's ending is not an easy one, but I believe it's the right one. While the people of the painting deserve to live, they deserve to get their happy ending, just not in the world of Expedition 33.
Verso.
Expedition 33 is one of the most beautiful stories and beautiful games I've played in a long time. And I didn't even think I would get a new favorite character of all favorite characters in Verso. And I love him a lot. I didn't even think I would even relate to him as much as I do. Now, of course, I'm not a 100-year-old badass who is also very charming and funny, but I can relate to someone whose autonomy has been constantly violated. Someone who has always been forced to make terrible, tough choices, even though you're not the one who caused those terrible, tough choices, like Verso. He was forced into this and was forced to make a decision, and I can relate to that a lot growing up. Verso is just one of the best characters of this year, and he's one of my favorites. Thank you for listening to me rant about this beautiful game. If you watched it and still haven't played it, how dare you, but still go play it. Game of the year.
This expedition is gloomy.